It is time for Colour Me Happy. We're all here for
Colour Me Happy.
Let's have fun on
Colour Me Happy.
Let's do some stuff on
Colour Me Happy.
Craig is here for
Colour Me Happy.
John is here for
Colour Me Happy.
Welcome. Get him in early, that's the whole thing, that's what you guys want to see. But listen, you are also here for one of the best shows of the week. It is Colour Me Happy. Thank you so much for joining us, and I tell you what a busy day it has been today. Another day in our Christmas event. You guys have absolutely loved what we brought to you already. Had the launch of our tours the night before Christmas, a little bit earlier on launch day, and we are back with loads of goodies for you on Colour Me Happy as well. I'll tell you from the top, we want you to get interactive with us. Any questions that you want to ask, any comments you want to leave with us, do make sure you do that, because of course if you do comment during the show or ask a question, you'll be a step closer to getting on Sarah's nice list at the end of the show, where we will be giving one lucky viewer an amazing prize and the chance to get on Sarah's nice list. However, as you've seen, I am not here on my own. I am here with a dear friend of mine. Friend. It is the wonderful Craig Laird, dear friend Craig, because we've got deer antlers on. Deers.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. Oh my God. Boy, I really am excited about this. Colour Me Happy. We have got so much ink on the show that you could shake a cat at. Let me tell you about it. We're going to go in with our embossing folders and stencils. Whether you're going to be using your Harmony Water Reactive ink pads, maybe you want to use some of your liquid inks, you can do as well. Maybe you want to do metallic inks, you can do as well. But with the folders, you're layering up the colours, showing you one of each here, and I'm going to speed through these ones because we know we want to go back to Ben. The quicker we go back to Ben, the quicker you can come back to me and we can demo. But maybe, hopefully, you've seen Wake Up Call this morning. You'll have seen these stamps on the show. We've got these ones today. And then what we can do is let's show you one more here. Then what we can then do is what about Get Inky with our Christmas tree sentiment stamps. Embossing, create your backgrounds, go all fun, go all creative. You can go so far with all of these ones here, but of course it's Colour Me Happy, so it's delving into the detail of the inks that we're going to be using and the inks that Ben's away to show you as well.
Absolutely right. Loads of you already commenting, saying hello. There's loads of you in. We've got Curran from Washington, Kendra from Kansas, Brenda from North Carolina, Jane's in from France, Patricia's in from California, Shirley from Tennessee, Barbara from Indiana, Clarice from Carolina, Diane from Illinois, and Charlena from Minnesota. Keep the comments coming in. I'll read more as we head through the show, but yes, let's show you what we've got on the show, because we've got some amazing deals for you. Now, we've got the water reactive inks. A 13-piece collection is this. Normally over £65 or $99, £50 or $70 today. However, if you are a platinum member, another 20% comes off. That's £40 or $56. Your water reactives, okay, so the colours that you're going to get in this collection include your Bordeaux, Chinese red and damson wine. You've got your grasshopper, your honey pot, jet black, your lemon tonic, your midnight, your pale pig, your pine tree, your pink tulip, and your sandstorm, also your spring meadow in there as well. So 13 ink pads in total. Water reactive, of course, as well. Craig will chat more about that with you in just a bit, but wait till you can see all of the different things you can do with those ink pads. £40 or $56 for platinum members. Also on the show, we've got your metallic liquid ink. I want to say it's the first time I've seen these in the pots. You guys have been absolutely decimating the stock on this collection, because 40% of the stock has already gone. So you've got all of these colours included: your tarnished silver and ancient bronze, your burnished copper and aged copper, you've got antique bronze, pewter, silver ingot, gold plate, green citrine and rose gold included there as well. They are all 30ml pots, and you'll see with these that a little goes a very, very long way. £48 or $69, so everybody saves £21 or $30. Platinum members, it is £38.40 or $55 20 massive deals to be had. However, if you say to me, well, actually, I love the ink pads and I love the liquid inks, I want them all, well, that's where this deal is for you. The Buy the Show collection is the one that you want to go for. You basically get these two together and you'll get an extra 10% off as well. So everything I've just shown you should be $134.77 or $199.25. Basically you're saving $51.76 or $72.20, and platinum members that comes down to just over £70 or $100, bang on the nose. And don't forget as well, before we show you more items on the show, it's double points for all Club Inspire members as well, so it's a really great opportunity to be stocking up. But if you've got all of these beautiful ink pads, all of this beautiful ink, you need something to be using with them. Launched yesterday, the Christmas 3D embossing folder and stencil collection. 18 elements in total here, and you can see these gorgeous scenes and how great it is to be able to combine those embossing folders with stencils. You guys are loving these collections. You loved it yesterday when we launched it. And also for our US viewers, this collection does also come with half price shipping as well. So not only do you save almost £15 or almost $18, platinum members get an extra 20% off, £36 or $48, double points and half price shipping for you as well. Now, other things to consider on this show, the Christmas tree stamps. I know the chat about these as well has been super popular over the last few days. 8 elements in total here for £23.95 or $33.36, saving 25%, and then another 20% for platinum members. We'll take a look at these in much more detail in just a little while. Then those Christmas stamps, so we hadn't seen these since last October, and now they are back. We previewed them on Wake Up Call earlier on. Very popular indeed, these. So if you are new, like Kim's just telling me first time she's watched, and saying the first time I've watched Colour Me Happy, these will be brand new to you as well. £26.19 or $36.48 is the price, saving a quarter. Platinum price is £20.95 or $29.18. These are really fun. I love the skating snowmen. I love your traditional Father Christmas, but then you've got things like that Robin, which Craig showed us a little bit earlier on, the cute Christmas tree, the gingerbread house, and more. £20.95 or $29.18 if you're platinum. Loads of comments coming in. Panda Crafts enjoying the singing at the top of the show. Patty just saying, finished watching Launch Day that I missed earlier, now to watch one of my favourite weekly shows on CTV. Looking forward to the show tips and techniques. Says so Rissa, I haven't really done much colouring. And Peg says, haha, I love how you boys go over and above to entertain us. That's what we're here for, entertainment and education. Enough of the entertainment for now. It's time to do the education part as we go over to Craig. We'll probably carry on with entertainment, to be honest with you. Probably do a bit of entertainment and education at the same time, won't we?
Yeah, do a little bit of craft-attainment.
Craft-attainment, good.
Yeah, that's
good.
Crafty-tainment, by the way. Crafty-tainment.
Craft-attainment.
Just in case anyone misheard anything.
Good.
Well, we'll dive in. We'll go in. We'll get
ready,
in.
3, 2, 1, dive in!
Let's go! Right, we're going to start with the 3D embossing folders and stencils. Now, with these ones, multitude that you can use them, or a multitude of ways. You can just use them on their own if you want, because they are our Crafter's Companion 3D embossing folders. So what that means, anyone that's relatively new, if you are familiar with the 2D embossing folders, which have been around for a long time, are 3D embossing folders. These not only give you one layer of emboss, but they can give you 2, 3, 4 layers sometimes. We've had some with 5 layers. The minute detail is exquisite. But with these, you've got stencils that complement. Once again, you can use the stencils on their own, but this is what we are going to do here. We're going to use them all together because that's what they're for. Now, we're going to use somewhat reactive inks. So I'm going to use watercolor card for this one. I'm not actually going to be doing anything water-based, so I could have got away with using smooth stamping card because we're not actually adding any water down. But you know what? It goes to show that if you don't have stamping card, you can still use your water cardstock if you want. It's again, it's one of those that's personal preference. Yeah. What we would say, of course, though, is if you are wanting to do any spritzing, blending with water, then of course use your watercolor card. If you're only going to go down and use the inks flat without anything water-based, then you can use the white smooth stamping card. But what we're going to do here is for our 3D embossing folder. For our Gemini plates, it's base cutting plate, it is plastic shim and magnetic shim. So that's what we're going to need. Now that's whether you're using the junior or the large Gemini, and this gives you incredible detail. 3D embossing folder with this one, as I say. Now I'm going to tip it slightly so that we can see even just on white on white. Look at that.
That is phenomenal.
Phenomenal, isn't it? Even when it comes down to the snowflakes, you know, you've got the main layer, you've got the bauble. The top part of the bauble is another layer. Within the snowflakes, there's one layer, two layers, at least three layers on that one snowflake alone. So this is why the 3D is simply exquisite. Now what I'm going to do here is I've got what will be a matting layer to go underneath. So I've already got this cut to 5x7. So what I'm going to do now, Ben, is I'm going to cut it to actually, no we're not. No we're not. No. What we're going to do is let's do our stenciling first, because if I leave it bigger than I need, it means my low-tack tape is going to adhere to it. What you can use with stencils is use a repositionable stick and spray. So what that does means it's repositionable. So on the back, you're going to give it a light spray. What that does is it makes it tacky, but again, it makes it repositionable. So you take it off, you can use it again. Take it off, you can use it again. What it also means is it means that it holds down all of these little bits, which is great. It's not that I don't like using a spray. You know what I'm like when it comes to our stamping platform, when the Queen of Craft, Debbie Fisher, sprays some repositional spray. No, I don't like that, Johnny. No.
Oh, you don't like that?
Oh, no.
What? Why? Oh, Dan doesn't like it. What so?
We're kind of digressing here.
Yeah.
But it's a stamping platform. This is what the discs are for. If you pop that on and you press down, you have slight chance that it starts to take layers off your cardstock. And for me, just me personally, defeats the purpose of having the magnets.
Oh, right.
That again, that's just mine. So it goes to show,
personal
even
preference.
Us all on the team, it's personal preference.
Yeah.
So therefore, with our stencils, doesn't matter how well you clean them, it'll always still be a little bit tacky, and that's what you want, because they're repositionable. But I don't want them to tack inside my packaging.
Got ya.
So do you know what I mean? This is where, even when it comes down to adhesives, it's personal preference. So what I like to do is I like to pop it on without any low-tack tape, any repositional spray, sorry. And then what I like to do is secure it with my low-tack tape. Now granted, by doing this, I do have to be careful not to lift up any of these small areas. But do you know what? When I come to you do these sort of folders and that at home, I'm in no rush to do them anyway.
No.
So I just take my time.
Okay.
So therefore, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the pale fig.
Pig.
And I'm going to, sorry? What did I say?
Oh no, you said it correct.
Oh.
Yeah, George, did you not hear that?
I got you, I see what you mean.
It shall ever be known as pale pig.
I see what you mean now, yeah.
Pale pig.
I thought I'd said it wrong
there
for a
you said it
minute.
right. I was like, sorry, just shouted out, pig!
I was like, did I say it?
No, I did.
No. Teasing me.
Always.
Always. It's what we love, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Always.
We had a bit of fun on our Facebook Live, didn't we, earlier
We did. That was a lot of fun.
You and I? How many max views did you get?
98.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I noticed there's a new bit on Facebook Live saying stars or something. You can earn stars or something.
Who can?
It came up on the bottom of the Facebook Live saying I can earn stars.
Well,
I think
you
it's
can
you
earn
guys
stars.
At home watching. Send me stars. I don't know what that's about.
And what do you get with the stars then?
I don't know.
Oh.
Charlotte's saying, isn't it usually hearts? You can still, do the tick and the heart and all the different emojis.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something about earning stars or something.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that. I got lots of thumbs up and hearts on mine. I had 50 max views, which I was quite pleased about, because I think you've got about 3 times the amount of viewers on your people on your page to me. So I was quite pleased with 50.
Too right. That's really good.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah,
Really
bit of live beard shaving going on as well. Thank you for all of the feedback, by the way. A lot of people saying that Craig rocks the beard, but me, not so much. That's why I got rid of it for you. He spends a lot of time on it. As I said to you before, his kind of pre-show regime, a lot of brushing and combing and gelling and stuff. So
all that different stuff. Takes ages. No,
it takes ages to look that good.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Now remember how I was saying I like to obviously be careful that I don't lift any of these bits up. So when it comes to the stencils, I don't always blend around like you would tend to do. What I sometimes tend to do in some of the little intricate parts, like into the snowflake and that, I dab the ink.
Yeah.
So, you know, don't think as though you have to do that blending effect as though you're blending the tool around.
Yeah.
You can dab. And for the moment, I'm going to go over it all, every single bit of it, I'm going to go over all of it. And then what I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm now going to go into crushed velvet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in with my crushed velvet, all water reactive. And then once again, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pinpoint some more selective areas. And because I'm going dark over a light, it's going to work fine. So I'm going to go in with all of these hanging chains and just pick out selective detail when it comes to the baubles.
Whilst you do that, here's an interesting question about the water reactive inks, which Jen has asked. Do the water reactive inks ever become non-reactive over time? I'm thinking to use them for colouring flowers, but I wouldn't want them to bleed. What a question that is.
That is a smashing question, isn't it?
It is a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good question. It's got me.
Oh, I was going to say, just the way you went, that is a smashing question. Don't
Yeah.
know. That is a great question.
We would need to ask Leanne on that one, yeah.
Jen, we would endeavour to try and find out, or alternatively, if you contact Leanne, message her on her Facebook page, I'm sure she will answer that for you. That's a cracker of a question.
Really, I've never thought of that before. Never thought of that, yeah.
Good one. Stumped us. 20 minutes in.
Too right.
Stumped. Done. Lots of chat coming in about the ink pads, by the way. Gemma just saying I've put those in my basket. And Janet says, Ben, hello. Craig, hello from Singapore. It's just gone 2 a.m. Hopefully I can stay up for the whole show. Lucky I'm not working tomorrow. If you're still with us at the end of this show, Janet, let us know if you're still watching. But look at this. Fabulous.
Look at that. Now that is only one stencil that I've used so far.
Okay.
Only just the one. So what we can then do now is we can go in with our next stencil. So what this stencil does is this covers what you've just inked, and it gives you additional aperture space where you can now come along and ink the remaining areas if you so wish.
Yeah.
So therefore I'm going to line up exactly the same way as I was before, and it's really easy to do this because you can follow the embossed edge that you get, but then what you're also going to do is you're going to follow not only the embossed design but where you've already inked. So I'm going to tape that one down. Again, if you like to use your sprays at this point, you can do. That won't affect the ink underneath. So it's not as if you use your repositionable, take the stencil off and it's going to take any of the ink off. It's going to be absolutely fine. But this time, I'm going to go in with my metallic ink pads.
Okay.
So if you've got any of them, they would work a treat as well.
How do you choose what colours you're going to use, Craig?
9 times out of 10, I always have, no matter what I'm doing, whether it's inking, whether it's background cards, whatever it is I'm doing, I always start off with a colour in mind.
Yeah.
Whether it's going in straight, maybe I'll go, right, I'm going to do purple and gold. If I don't decide that way, it's the paper or the cardstock that I'm using that decides. So, for instance, earlier on, Sarah's signature was the night before Christmas. I go to the paper that I love the most. Then I look at the colours that are predominantly within that pattern paper, and then I work my mats and layer colour that way. But for something like this, I had a look at the baubles. I was trying to decide, right, which colour would I use that are within the collection. So I went with the purples, and then I thought, you know what would really work well as well is adding some of our metallic ink pads if you've got them. Alternatively, you know, you could go for one of our light browns maybe, or just Go any colour, have fun. At the end of the day, it's a little bit of cardstock.
Exactly right.
Not that we obviously want to waste much, but it is only a bit of cardstock and it is a little bit of ink. So don't worry too much, have a play. Maybe do little swatches on scrap bit of card with your inks. Do little bits of blending together. See if they look good. See how well that they look. What to do as well is on all of our past shows, you could be watching Debbie from the other day. She may have made a card, let's say for argument's sake, she maybe made a card with Creative cards and she used a certain colour combination and you think, wow, that pink and grey worked really well. Well, why not use pink and grey inks? You know, if it works for cardstock, it's going to work for inks. So think of it that way as well. You know, pick out colours that you see with our shows, maybe from our cards and projects we post on social media. Have a look at the colour tones.
Okay.
But ultimately, if you love the colour tone together, if you love the design, that's what matters.
Brilliant answer to a lovely question. Oh, it was my question, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought it was somebody else's question. That was my question. Brilliant answer to a great question that I asked. I mean, I'm on fire today. Seriously. Great questions, writing poems, shaving my beard off. I mean,
what a day. What a day you're having.
What a day. Wait till I ring Mrs. M later on and tell her. She'll be like, yeepaw. I mean, seriously. Unbelievable. That's why I married you. Susie T says, hi Craig, nice to see you. I thought it was a Jan Mixed Media show. Can't wait to see how Craig uses everything. Charlene is saying, crafty-tainment. Someone call Webster's to add a new word. Yeah, I like that. Crafty-tainment. Yep, we'll add crafty-tainment and satisfaction in there as well.
Absolutely.
From earlier on. And Craig is a great demonstrator of craft, says Clarissa. And Sarah K. Hello, Sarah. Our Sarah just saying, I prefer pale pig. Some great comments coming through this evening. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Come on then. Oh, come on.
Look at that.
That's brilliant.
Oh, look at that. And do you know what we're going to do, Ben?
Yeah.
I didn't plan on doing this, but do you know what? We're going to do it just to show the gold that I've used. It's a pigment, so therefore it's going to stay sticky. And
yes,
our water reactive will also stay sticky for a while. So therefore, let's go over with some clear embossing powder.
Oh, here we go.
And we can then take this excess off. So we can take this. So this will dull it slightly at the moment. But then what we can do is, I've not even got my heat tool plugged in because I didn't plan on doing this.
He's going rogue here,
but
look.
We're going to go.
Bit of crafty improv.
We can go in now. So let's get this up to temp just for a second. And now what I can do, start in one area, and whether it's water reactive, whether it's metallic pigment, you can do your heat embossing. And what this will do is this will really make it stand out even more. I'll make it look as though it's a glass bauble.
Yeah.
Or, you know, maybe a really good quality plastic bauble. It'll give you that look. So we can go in. So it's a good way and a good thing to point out as well. Maybe you don't fancy our pigment ink pads. Maybe at the moment you can't stretch to the pigment ink pad, which is totally understandable. You can still heat emboss with the water reactive ink pads because they stay wet. So you can go over and then we can start to melt all of these. So even when it comes to the stars, they start to twinkle, the little snowflake within the middle, all the way down to the fine points of every single part. It moves, it travels.
What does it remind me of? The colours and what does that? I can't think. That whole scene there, the colours. Is it Aladdin's cave or something that reminds you of a little bit? I don't know.
I'm not sure actually. Not too sure.
What does that remind me of? That's really like a scene from a Christmas movie or something. I don't know. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
It'll come to me. They're stunning colours, and like you say, they added in that embossing powder as well. It's going to be fantastic.
So what I can do is then, let's go in, and I'm going to trim this one down to, let's go, what I like to do to start with is I trim around the emboss edge. So that's kind of now, at the moment, this is what would give me the actual size of the embossing folder.
Yeah.
So now what I can do is let's go down, I'm going to trim about 3 mils off each side. Let's do the same round about here, because I've already got my matting layer of my purple, which is 5 by 7. So I need to, pretty good guess, I need to trim it just ever so slightly, because I want a wee bit more of a purple matting layer. And what I'm going to do, once I've done this, I'm going to show you the one that I have already done, but not done heat embossing, so you can see the difference. So pretty happy with that. I am tiny little bit more here. And then this is going to give us our mats and layers. So you can see how well that looks. And then now that I have done my embossing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with a crushed velvet. I'm going to take some of the excess off on my glass mat.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little blending around the side.
Okay.
And what will also happen is, because I've already done the heat embossing, it gives it a resist effect. So I'm not going to highlight any more of these baubles more than they already are, because what's happening is the ink that I'm putting on it right now.
And that's still, is that still the water reactive ink you're using?
Still water reactive, yep.
Wow.
Still water reactive that I'm using. So if I take these ones off, so now all the baubles, they're going to stay the same depth as they were.
Yeah.
Because they're basically resisted now. So I'm just buffing up all of that ink that's already on the baubles now, taking it off. So we've got a nice coloured edge surround. So now what we can then do is let's make it a very simplistic card. He says it as he's going to go into an easel card. Let's go in, and a couple of the layers that I've got patterned paper are from Sarah's Glistening Snowflake collection.
Ah, yes. And just to say as well, Kim saying, did Craig use pigment inks? No, we've been using the water reactive inks all the way through. So yeah, genius way of then using the embossing powder on top, as you just showed a few moments ago. So it's kind of giving you lots of different ways to use all of the different things in your collection. And again, showing how versatile your water reactive ink pads are, because you showed us a few ideas earlier on, even more ideas right now.
Absolutely.
Just brilliant.
And the thing is, Ben, the way that pigment ink pads, I know they're not on the show, but the way that they are is in fact the best ones to do heat embossing with.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But as I say, you know, if you are on a budget, maybe you've got quick dry, you've got water reactive, and you're like, Craig, I can't justify going for another full set. Once again, we totally get that, and therefore we're here to say, do you know what? If you can't get them or you don't want them, fair enough, but do you know what? You can still get the same effect, but with our water reactive ones.
Yeah.
So, always good to point out. Now, 5 by 7, couple of layers in Centura Pearl, and you've seen many of us make easel cards over the past weeks and months, and that's what I've done with this one here. Created a little 5 by 7 easel, and then to finish off, Ben, I'm going to pop this one on. I'm going to pop a banner in the middle to create my stopper, and I'm going to add a Christmas sentiment.
Lovely comments coming in. Don't forget, your comments get you a step closer to getting on Sarah's nice list at the end of the show. We will be delving into my stocking down here to draw out a prize, and we will give it away to somebody who's commented on the show. Charlene just saying, I love the effect of the stencil embossing folders. They really pack a wow punch to your cards. And Andrea saying, hi Craig and Ben, really enjoying the show. I love to colour with my inks. Lots of people as well chatting about the metallic inks that we've got, the metallic ink pots, which I'm sure we'll be having a look at a little bit later on. A lot of people going, I've got them, but I don't know how to use them. I'm sure Craig will have that covered for you as we head through the show.
We will indeed. What's good about them, just as a heads up at the moment, is although that they're metallic, they're water-based.
Ah, yes.
So therefore, if you want to do your backgrounds, distress background, if you want to colour with them, paint with them, you can do it. And do you know what's more? Johnny's just said it in our ear and he's absolutely spot on. You get loads and loads of them.
You do. I know firsthand you get a lot in them because I opened one up before the start of the show and I was like, whoa! Do you know normally, like, if you open like a bag of crisps or chips, and you open them up and you have to look miles in to see where it begins.
Yeah.
With those pots, I mean, you literally open them up and they are right to the top. They are filled to the brim. And you don't need to use a lot to create a great effect, do you, Craig?
No, you don't. You absolutely don't, no. And it's the versatility of them. And what it is about them as well, there's very little metallic ranges on the market. But to have some that are actually water-based, but still get that metallic look is simply phenomenal. Very, very, very rare for that to happen.
Yeah.
So that's what's so good about them. But here we go. Here we go. Lovely little easel card. So if I gently
What did you say then? That might be it, Johnny. Bit like a chocolate wrapper that you get at Christmas time. That's maybe what it reminded me of, but it's a gorgeous card, whichever way you look at it.
So that one there that I'd already done, that's exactly the same. I've maybe gone a little bit more heavy-handed with the gold, but that's without embossing powder, and this one is with the embossing powder. So the two different looks from basically using 3 of the same inks, predominantly crushed velvet and the gold metallic pigment.
Phenomenal. £45 or $60 is unbelievable. And if you're platinum, £36 or $48. And you get double points on this as well. I think this is a must-have. Launched yesterday. If you haven't yet managed to pick it up, remember, half price shipping for our US viewers too. And don't forget, you've got the embossing folder and of course the stencils for you to not only build up the texture within your projects, but then to be able to build up the layers with those stencils as well. It's a phenomenal thing that we're doing now, I think, bringing you embossing folders and stencils as well. And this collection is just stunning. So those are your snowflakes. Here are those baubles, which we just showed you there. Again, change the colours up, completely change the look of your project. But again, you don't have to use all of these at the same time. You can use the stencils independently of the embossing folder should you wish, and vice versa. But as you can see as we go through here, there are some absolutely gorgeous collections. Father Christmas there again, zooming over the houses. You've then got your Christmas bells as well. And once again with those, I mean, depending on what colours you use, you don't necessarily have to use them at Christmas time. These are a lot of the things that we're bringing you with them sort of Christmas themes. You can use at other times of the year as well. Love the candle in there too, once again, with those stencils and that gorgeous embossing folder. And then last, but by no means least, Sarah mentioned earlier on, you usually find a poinsettia in our collection, seeing as she loves them so much. Once again, you've got that in this collection. 18 elements in total, 6 different sets make up your main bundle, your 3D embossing folders and those stencils for £36 or $48. Lots of you going for that collection this evening. Loving the card, Craig. Going to borrow this idea as they've just arrived, says Hannah. Beautiful card, Craig, says Vicky, and Lauren just saying, I like the stencils with the folders. It adds so much more to the card. Absolutely, it does. Right, let's have a look at some of these misters, because it's the first time, again, that I've seen these airless misters, Cosmic Shimmer airless misters. Looking forward to seeing these with Craig in just a few moments' time. You're going to get basically £4 or $7.19. Oh, sorry, he's not using them. Sorry,
No,
Craig.
Using the liquid. We might have a little spritz of them later on.
Will you just give it a little spray?
Yeah, because there's something really special about these ones here.
Airless.
Airless. So they've not got that fine tube down the middle. What it's done is all about pressure. So as you spritz, there's a level at the bottom and that goes up, so that pushes the liquid up. So you're not going to get any blocking, no airs, no bubbles, no nothing.
Oh, okay, well, I won't. Johnny's just goes a long way. Don't spray it. No, I won't. Oh, Jenna, okay, we will not. Spray from any range, fine mist, airless, an amazing colourful ink. So you've got your honeybee there as well. You've then got, this by the way is almost limited, oh in fact it is limited stock. That's green on the screen, which means...
Soon won't be seen.
So that is going to go. Then next up, I think if we're in sync here, Johnny, you've got your lilac, £4 or $7.19, all of these per pop. That is approaching limited. Do you know what? These cosmic shimmer goodies that you've been we've been bringing to you over the last few weeks have been flying out of the door. We've then got pine green. That one is limited stock. There's pine green on the screen, which means...
soon won't be seen.
£4 or $7.19. We've then got your rosewood pink. Oh, here we go. Sorry, guys. They're all, in fact, they are all now limited stock. Green on the screen, which means...
soon won't be seen.
So that's that one. You've then got your purple spell, limited. And then the last
soon
one
won't be seen.
Then last but by no means least, we have got your water jet. £4, $7.19, and as I say, all of those bar one is limited. Jump in and grab them. Right, next up, the Christmas tree stamps. Now, let me jump down and grab these because these are super brilliant. What I love about these the most is, well, A, you get an amazing deal because you buy 6, you get 2 free. I said you buy 6,
you get 2 free.
You certainly do, and they are, they're kind of like quite contemporary, quite cool, quite trendy, and I love the fact that, yeah, they are. My voice got really high. Oh, you've taken your antlers off as well?
Yes, I have.
Are we de-antlering now, are we?
Yes.
Oh. With each of these, right, you get a really cool Christmas tree shaped stamp, but within each of the stamps you get some gorgeous sentiments. Oh, by gosh, by golly, have a jolly Christmas. Have a holly jolly Christmas is the first one. The next one, it's the most
wonderful time of the year.
Try and do it in the same key. Next up, you've got Merry Christmas, and then down the bottom,
and a Happy New Year.
We're going to sing all of these. Oh,
oh!
'Twas the night before Christmas.
There's not even a sound.
And all through the house,
Ben was scurrying about.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Fill your hearts with gold.
Yeah, Michael Bublé's not got much to worry about, has he? The Ben and Craig Christmas album. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Hey, that was good.
Thanks.
2-part harmonies there. Next up is Season's Greetings. I don't think there is a song for that.
Season's Greetings.
Season's Greetings to you. Oh, this one is May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Doesn't say that all on the stamp because it's not that big. It's big, but it's not that big. So that's all of them, all 8. Really cool for $23.95 or $33.36. And just to show you a few of the cards which I nicked from Craig's side of the studio right there, and how these beautiful Christmas trees can look, I think, nice. Nice, just to see these in lots of different ways. Who was it who said that, Johnny? Patty says, we need to work on our tummies pre-show. This is all just off the cuff. I mean, you think we rehearse this, we don't. This is all just showing off the many talents of the many people here at Crafters TV. Right, shall we have a look at these with Craig? No more singing for now.
No. Well, I've used one that, well, I suppose you could sing with it, but we're not going to. Right, what we're going to do is let's use water reactive. And funny enough, we're going to do heat embossing with it on this one.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to use some of the liquid pots too.
Yes.
So what we can do is let's go in with some watercolour card. And I'm going to go in with 5.5 by 5.5. So we're going to go into here. Now, once again, I'm using watercolour card, but because I'm going to stamp and I'm going to ink it or emboss with it, it does mean that I could have used stamping card if I wanted to. and I'm going to go in with my Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year stamp.
Quick question. I'll just there's loads of questions coming in. Embossing powders. Deborah says, do they ever go bad? Odd question, I know, but I swear I came across some that just got really old. Lol. Embossed, do they have like a sell-by date on them, like a best before date, or not really that you've gone?
Not as far as I'm aware. I've had some for quite some time as well, and if I ever go back to using them, they still work a treat. So yeah.
Okay. And see, I've opened a can of worms here as well now, because I thought we were going to show the misters, and now apparently a few people asking to see the misters if at all possible. So we might have to. We'll see if we get time. If we get time, potentially later on, we might do if we can get some card. And also, Craig, everyone's saying, as well as wanting to see that, if possible, they want the antlers to go back on. I've got a message here. Lots of people calling for the antlers to go back on.
Okay, I could put them in the second half.
Okay, we'll have a break for now.
Yeah.
Okay. We're reacting to everything that you guys want today.
We are indeed.
Whatever you want, we will. Well, I mean, within reason. Within reason.
Definitely within reason.
Kathy C says, okay, my husband has just come in and asked who on earth is singing Christmas songs in a summer heat wave.
Ben.
Surely, if you're married to a crafter, they must appreciate by now, husbands and wives, that, it's July, Christmas time in the world of craft, isn't it? Come on, get with the programme. Get with it. And Candy says, I'm sitting in my office laughing at you and giving myself away that I'm not 100% doing work. Oh dear. We'll stop being entertaining.
We'll try.
We'll be serious.
Get back
for
to
now.
crafting, not being entertainment. Craft-attainment.
Craft-attainment, that's what it is. Great new word.
So,
embossing powder on, yeah?
Yeah, what I'd done there is, I know 9 times out of 10 when I use my stamping platform, I stamp a couple of times, but to make sure that the water reactive was doubly juicy and sticky, what I've done is I stamped twice. Now when I say sticky, I don't mean it's tacky as in the fact if you put your hand on it, it's going to stick to it, but it just stays wet, so therefore your embossing powder, which 9 times out of 10, unless stated otherwise, it's very, very fine.
Yeah.
So I've gone in with some more clear. I went in with the brown, Fryer brown I went in with, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to melt this. And actually, while this is melting, Ben, can I get one of your silver and gold ink pots, please?
You certainly can. Any particular? I've got tarnished silver I've just picked up.
That'd be fine.
And what's this one here? Oh, no, that's bronze. Gold plate?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
The John I've just ordered has arrived. Would you please transport those to the other side of the studio for me? Thank you. This is the service, isn't it? This is what we like. Don't even have to move now. There you go. Oh, you just saw his hand there. Just an arm now. Just an arm. He's popping up everywhere. He popped in my Facebook Live earlier on. Did he join in on yours, Craig? Or
no,
not?
he never actually.
No, he didn't.
No.
I popped in on yours.
Did he help you shave?
No, he didn't, but he was one of the only people who genuinely liked the look of my goatee, and he said that. What are you laughing at, Johnny? It was a goatee. So yeah, thank you for that, John. And Kathy's just said, I just saw that Ben has his moustache and beard on the TV, but not on the computer show. Apparently she's watching both Launch Day and Colour Me Happy. I shaved it off. There was a backlash about the beard, so I shaved it off on a Facebook Live.
Sarah said if you keep it, then you're not getting back here to work.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. So there's certain people who get away with a beard in this place. He wears it so well. I couldn't imagine you without one.
No, if I do, it was funny. I said that on my Facebook Live. If I do, I get ID'd for a Red Bull.
Do you actually? That is a
yes, Johnny. They've got Red Bull in the US.
Okay, sorry. Johnny's just going. Is that in the US? I don't know either, Johnny, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that happened. Obviously, with having masks on doesn't help as well.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm not shaving it off. I'll maybe sometimes shave it quite short.
Yeah.
but no, I'm not completely off. That's
What about for
sure.
November? Shave it off and then regrow it.
I do,
For
maybe
November?
for something special like that,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, the chances are I would do that for sure.
Yeah.
But just for a bit of fun or that.
Maybe that's when I'll do it again in November. Raise
We could both do it,
Raise
eh?
a bit of money for charity. And that way we'd get away with it, wouldn't we? You get away with shaving yours off and I get away with growing one.
That's right, yeah.
All right.
Well, we'll do that.
We'll mark that in the calendar.
What's that, November, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, November. Yep.
God, yours is huge, Charlotte.
Charlotte's just said she'll shave hers off as well. Yep. Oh dear.
So what we've done here is, going back to the brown again, we have heat embossed it. We're now using it as a distressing ink. But what we're also going to do, Ben, is if I come in, have I got enough water in here? I've got some water in a cup, and let's go in with paintbrush. What we can then do is we can then use it as basically a palette.
Okay.
Our glass mat as a palette. So I'm going to go in with some water, and then what I can then do, I'm going to go in with a finer brush here with some water, and then I'm going to create, I think I need a new paintbrush. I think the end of the small one's kind of feathered too much. So let's go in with this one. I'm going to create a little bit of a point, and then what I can do, Ben, is I can start to create my own shadows.
Okay.
By using the water reactive. Really, actually, let's go back into this because I've got a finer point on this one.
The ink pad, the liquid ink collection is on your screen now, all 10 colours for $38.40. Just whilst you're doing that as well,
Yeah, go for it.
there's loads of questions coming in tonight, which we love. So Susan says, sorry if you've already answered this, but which inks can you use with embossing powder and which ones would you avoid?
So, the best ones, if you can ever go for it, the best ones are going to be your pigment.
Yeah.
But you can use your water reactive for heat embossing. That will work really, really well, as you'll have seen today. Quick dry won't work at all.
Okay.
Because they literally dry instantly, and therefore your powder's got nothing to stick to.
Okay. And how long do you have with the water reactive to put the embossing powder on before it dries, asked Karen?
I don't know an exact time, but with it being heat embossing, what I would say is, you know, it's going to be more than seconds, put it this way.
Yeah, you're not going to have to like really rush to do it. Yeah.
No, but I would, if I was obviously to use my water reactive for heat embossing, I would pretty much do it as close to as instant as possible. But you will have a good few minutes or so at least. You may have longer, I'm not 100% sure, but don't feel as though you have to rush to get the powder on. It will be fine.
Okay, and our Rachel, who's on our socials, we think has answered this one, but you might know. So Nona says, does anyone know how many ink pads are there in total in the water reactive and the quick dries? Rachel said water reactive 42, quick dry 36, to the best of her knowledge.
Sounds about right, because your water reactive last year, we done a Christmas set of 6.
Right. Oh, so that would make sense.
So I think there was like Holly Leaf, Silent Night, Plum Pudding. So that would make sense.
Yeah.
So quick dry, water reactive, and pigment, exactly the same colour ink pad palette, but with water reactive, we've got a few more, 6 more from last year. So yeah, that would be right enough.
Good. I'm loving all these questions. Keep them coming in. Do you want another one? Kathy says, when I try to put ink around the paper, my paper rips.
Okie doke. Good tip if you want to as well, repositionable spray.
Right, okay.
If you want to use that. Low tack tape if you want to. Or, I know this might sound daft, but you know, giving a take in, obviously, if you've got dexterity problems or that, but having your hands open full on your cardstock.
Okay.
And having your hands close up to the card as possible. So you're using the weight of your hand to stop it. So as you can see, even from the span of my hand, I'm keeping the card flat against the glass mat or the craft mat, and that will stop it. The thicker the card, the less it's going to lift and tear. The thinner it is, the more flexible it is, and therefore the more chance of it is tearing. But it is pretty much all about just trying to get it as flat and smooth as possible.
Keep these questions coming in, by the way, because the great thing tonight is you ask a question, not only are chances are if we see it, we'll answer it for you, but a question equals a comment, which equals you a step closer to getting on Sarah's nice list as part of our Club Inspire Christmas event. And if you manage to get on the list tonight, you will win yourself a prize, double points for all of our Club Inspire members as well. Yeah, the prize we had in the last show for Rebecca White, who was our winner, get this, Craig, she won a £75 voucher to spend
Whoa.
with us. Yeah! 75 quid.
Cheesy peeps. That's mental.
Jeezy peeps, indeed. Yeah, so those are the kind of, and I can't tell you for sure what you could win, but we've got loads of prizes left in my stocking. Dolly just saying, Craig, I love the shadowing technique. I'll have to try it. And Cyrissa just saying, I bought the liquid metallic inks a while ago, but I haven't had a play yet.
Okay, we're going to just use them in a second. What I would say is, imagine them as a sparkle pen, a sparkle pot, an aqua pen, a tri-blend colour water-based pen. Think of it in that way. Use them in the exact same way, but they're metallic. So you can, that's the easiest way to explain them, is in the ways that you can use them. Any of the other ways that you're familiar with, use them in the exact same way. The luxury that you've got with these ones is you've got that metallic tones coming through as well.
Excellent stuff. And Susan has just said, thank you for answering my question, Craig.
You are more than welcome.
That's what we're here for. Yes, all about the entertainment, all about the education, and all about the interactivity as well. So please do keep those questions coming in, and anything else you want to ask us, fire those questions our way. Right.
So as I finish this bit here, I'm going to speed this bit up so that I can come in with my pots, liquid pots. And what I'm away to do in a moment is I'm away to use them onto watercolour card, and you'll see what you can do with them. What we tend to say is to really see the metallic that comes within the pots. It's going to work an absolute treat onto your dark card. So things like your black or, you know, your deep navies, anything like that. This is when you're really going to see them come to life. In saying that, although that we do say that quite a lot, please don't feel as though you can't use them on white, because that's exactly what I'm away to do. It's just one of those that they're so versatile, and the fact that they are metallic, which is just, wow, absolutely amazing. So let's take this excess off here. So we're getting that rough idea as to what you can start to do with them as well. So we've done blending, we've done heat embossing, and we've done painting / shadowing. So that's that one. Let's then bring in another piece of watercolour card, 5.5 by 5.5. I'm telling you that because we will assemble them into a little card in a moment. But what I'm going to do is, I'm holding them both flat. I'm using 2 of them. And what I'm doing is I don't want to shake them vigorously because I don't want bubbles at the top.
Okay.
So what I like to do is I just like to put them on a smooth surface and just spin them around.
You spin them right round, Craigie, right round.
Do you know something? That came on the radio this morning. I've not heard it in years.
Great song. Like 1983, 84?
Is it? Doesn't look the same now, does he?
No.
Very different.
Yeah.
Very different. Pete Burns. So going all the way round.
How long do you have to keep doing that for?
Oh, just that. There we go. That's it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of finished. Here we go. So what we can then do is if I take them, we've got the 2 of them. So what was the ones that you picked there?
I think you got tarnished
Tarnished
silver and gold plate.
Gold plate. And what I'm also going to do is let's bring in, this is just an inexpensive pipette.
Yeah.
Now, you know, you can get them off of eBay and stuff like that. So what I'm then going to do now is I'm going to go straight on into my cardstock.
Well, careful, they're full. Ooh.
There we go. So what we're doing now is what I think I will do as well, I'm going to give my cardstock, because it's watercolour card, I'm going to give it a very light coating of water.
Okay.
And that's going to help expand our liquid. So I'm giving it very light. Now there's a little bit of blue on this paintbrush. Now I'm not overly concerned because the metallic's going to kind of cover it. So I'm going to pick it up with my pipette, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do little drops.
Whee!
Like little fireworks, isn't it?
Ooh! Ah! Ooh!
It's like one of the little aliens out of Toy Story. Ooh! Ah! So we can go in with that one.
That one looks like a hedgehog on the left-hand side.
It does, doesn't it?
By your finger, yeah.
To be honest, it looks more black than it does silver, doesn't it?
It does, actually.
So I'm going in with the gold now.
Ooh. Ah. It looks like a family of hedgehogs crossing the road. Sorry, have you ever done those like pictures before? What do you see in the picture? It says a lot about your personality. Three hedgehogs crossing the road, being pelted by snowballs. That's what I see.
There we go. Let's hope there's a hedgehog bridge for them to cross over.
Like these. Do you remember the TV show Challenge Annika?
And she loved it.
At the start in the opening credits, she built a bridge for the hedgehogs. Yeah. And she was a TV presenter, and basically she was given these like impossible jobs to do. Like it was like you got 24 hours to, I don't know, help
rebuild a church.
Yeah, or to build like changing rooms for a local boys football team or something. And it was like an impossible task. And she started with nothing, and she had to like ring around all these different people and like try and get all the stuff together and do it in time. It was pretty. Yeah, well, no, in the opening credits, so going back to the hedgehogs, in the opening credits, it was a cartoon version of her helping out a man who was stranded on an island, so she built him like a bridge, and then in one of the other things, there were some hedgehogs who couldn't cross the road, so she built them a little hedgehog subway. They don't look like hedgehogs anymore after Craig's done that, but that's the reason we started talking about it. Wow. There we go.
Well explained.
Thank you.
Now what we've got here, so I'm going to show you one that I've already done, because the one that I'd already done was the pure silver. That, as you can see, is more like a black tone to it. But by spritzing as well, so I've taken some off, I'm going to go back and spritz more that's remaining, and that will still spread out. And even although we're adding water, we are starting to spritz it out, we're starting to get that explosion of ink. What will still happen is once it's dried, you're still going to get that metallic coming all the way through. So once again, let's help it slightly to dry. If you leave it to dry naturally, it will dry relatively flat. If you use a heat tool, what will happen is there's more chance of the cardstock curling up, which is fine. You're just going to have to use maybe a red liner tape or a tacky glue to hold it down. So I'm not going to stand and dry the whole lot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dry the middle. What we can also do is, at the moment, I don't want to completely wipe all this up because I'm going to show you what else you could do with that. But to give it a bit of a helping hand, I'm going to dab. And what this will also do is that's going to dull it slightly so it gets close to what my original one looks like.
Yeah.
So we can go in. What this will also do, once again, although I've gone in with some water, I've gone and dabbed excess off, you're still going to see this metallic coming through. So I'm going to leave it like that. So what I'm going to do, so there's still, so I'm going to tip it a little bit more.
Go on, yeah, give it a little.
Just try and get that metallic coming through. It's always hard.
Yeah.
You'd still leave it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But we've got that metallic look. I'm going to set that aside for a second. And then what I'm going to do is let's even just bring in some black for the time being. And I'm going to pick some of this excess up so that I can explain what I was on about earlier. Let's take some of this gold. So actually there's one that's not been watered down. If I go straight on, look at that.
Ooh.
Now see what I mean by the black really does show it off more than the white does.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that exquisite?
It's gorgeous.
Pure gold. So I can go back in, take that excess out, and even then, I can still go in with some more water, with it being water-based, and blend it out even more. So this is what I was meaning, whether you're using your sparkle, your aquas, anything water-based, think of these in that same scenario. So you can do exactly the same with your metallic ink pots as you can do with all your other ones at home. So let's go in with, let's see if I've got a little bit of silver left. So even though it's a silvery black, so there, and that really shows off the silver on there.
Yeah.
So let's tip it a little bit low. There, we're starting to see it just that little bit more.
Yeah.
Let's go that way.
Wiggle it.
Wiggle it
Go on.
just a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're getting there. We're getting there. So, you know, yes, you can go onto your lighter cardstock. Yes, you can go into your dark. Your dark is where you really see it come to life. Have I got, before I assemble this card, let's just see if I've got a spare bit of watercolour card. I do, because what then you can still do is using your spritzer tool, which is, what's the one that's full of water?
I've got a zillion questions for you as well, by the way.
Right, yo, let me just show you this bit while I assemble the card, and you can ask away.
I will, ask away.
There we go.
Questions with Craig.
So let's spritz all that.
Yep.
And then we can go in with watercolour card, and then we can start to create, if we go in more of gold.
So there's never any space for waste here, is there? Basically, you can do this, and then you've got these backgrounds for later, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Store them away.
And these sorts of ones, this is when I predominantly use them at round about Halloween time, or within my autumn time, autumn cards. But then once again, you know, you can still come along, spritz them down a little bit more in with your cardstock and that. There really is so much. Honestly, we could spend hours and hours and hours on them, with so versatile with the metallic factor of these ones. But I'll quickly clean up this, and then I'll carry on making the card, Ben, if you want to ask the questions. Fire away.
Okie. We'll do the questions in just a second then, yeah, but some lovely comments still coming in. Rachel just saying, crafting right now. Love seeing the fun the team are having, says Penguins 88888. Penguins 88888, yeah, on YouTube. Definitely lifting my mood. Loving the metallic on the black paper as well, says Christina Alfonso. And Beth Metzger on Facebook saying, I have a hard time with this technique. I'm a perfectionist and I have a difficult time doing random. Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? You kind of maybe, I know what you mean. Sometimes I suppose if you are quite sort of pinpoint with everything you do, a technique like that might be quite difficult, but give it a go. Have some fun with it. Don't worry too much. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Being a little bit random and getting those different results each and every time. Don't forget those metallic inks. The liquid ink and also the reactive, water reactive ink pads are within the Buy the Show collection, 23-piece collection, so you can get 13 of your water reactive ink pads. I'll go through the colours again in just a bit, but also the liquid ink, 10 pots of that, 30 ml in each, and you see a little goes a long way, just a little drop out of the pipette. You can do so much with. It should be £134 or $190, £70.40 for our platinum members, $100 on the nose for our US viewers, and it's double points as well for Club Inspire members. If you're not yet a member of Club Inspire, it's a great time to be joining. It's really easy to do on our website. A couple of little things you need to fill in, and away you go. You'll get 250 points for joining in, and you'll also get your first purchase at the platinum price with a 20% discount. So if this is your first purchase, that will be the price that you pay. So yes, get shopping. Right. Let us fire some questions at Craig as he puts this together. So just to recap then, a few people asking with that last technique, what was the paper that you were using for those techniques?
So that was our watercolour card.
Yep.
So anything where you're going to be adding water or there's water in it, for instance, the liquid pots or sparkle pens or aqua pens, anything where it's liquid, you're going to use your watercolour cardstock. That's going to be the perfect one for you to use.
Rebecca says, if you're using the ink pads to stamp, will the water reactive and quick dry look the same when dry?
No. Your quick dry will be a more darker colour, or a more true to colour, whereas your water reactive, that will get not too far away from the quick dry, but they're going to have that little bit more subtleness to them, you know, because of, well, basically they'll be water reactive with the materials that's in it, with the liquid that's in it, to let it stay that little bit wet. So it's not going to be too far from the colour, but you will notice a little bit of a difference for sure, in a good way.
Okay. Ruth asking, so with the all three kinds of ink have the exact same colours. So yeah, so basically across the range you've got the same colours, haven't you?
Yeah.
Save for the water reactors, as we've just learned, there's 6 extra because of the Christmas set.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's that one answered. Kathy says, can we create a Hottie Scotty fan club? I spoke with a patient from Glasgow and I understood everything he said. Thank you, Craig. I mean, we can create a fan club if you want, I suppose. No, Craig isn't from Glasgow, but he's from Scotland, and he's from.
Glasgow's only about an hour and 25 minutes away from me. Yeah.
Well, from here?
No,
from Carnoustie.
From my house. Glasgow it would be. So Edinburgh's about 3 hours from here. So coming from this way, Glasgow would be slightly closer. I don't know, maybe 2 hours and 45 minutes from here, maybe.
Oh, okay. We'll think on that, the fan club. There was a bloke on Popmaster today, actually, with Ken Bruce, BBC Radio 2 from Carnoustie, and I thought of you on the drive up.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, nice bloke. He didn't do very well with the questions, though. 2 more questions quickly. Curran says, would you be able to use Yupo paper with these inks?
So Yupo paper. The Yupo paper you use with the re-inkers, which is permanent. Right. Yupo paper, it's not the same as photo paper, but it's got a very, very plasticky, smooth coating to it.
So probably no then.
Your water reactive and that's not going to dry to it. No, your Yupo is going to be for your alcohol, your permanent. So I wouldn't suggest doing it. Give it a shot on maybe a little bit of scrap or something, but I would say no, it's not going to be ideal.
Great questions, Ethan. One more for now from Michelle, who says, Craig, what is your favourite medium to work with?
Ooh.
There's a good question.
Really good. So if we're going by, must be inks, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Do you know, I'm going to say what I would say to many out there that do ask, if you can only go for one range of ink pads, what would you suggest? And it is, and you can vouch for me at home because I've said this time and time again, not saying it because they're on the show, but water reactive. For the simple reason, said it time and time again, is the fact of the different things that you can do. Quick dry, amazing, great, they serve a purpose. You're limited to what you can do with them. You know, your pigment, you can do the blending, you can do all of your heat embossing and that. Sometimes you need to leave them a little bit longer to dry out. Fine, not a problem, that's what they're there for. Water reactive, you can do the blending, you can do your colouring with them, you can do your heat embossing with them. They really are so versatile out of them all. So I'm going to say what I would say to you at home, and I'm going to say, the water reactive.
Yeah. I would say, having watched you today, and when I think back and watch previous shows that I've done, I would say the same as you, because I always feel like you can do more with them.
Yeah, you can.
I think I'm more inspired by watching the water reactive, water-based products, because it just seems to be there's so many different techniques that you can try and lots of different things to get your teeth into if you're a beginner. So yeah, good. Excellent stuff.
That's what I would say for sure.
One more has just come in.
Okay.
Love it on these. Cynthia, is there anything you shouldn't use the metallic ink pads on?
These
are good questions.
It's a really good question. Keeping in mind that they're water-based. Yeah. They're not waterproof. So, you know, if you wanted to do a little bit of upcycling or anything like that, then you could do. I wouldn't keep them out in the garden or something like that. They're not necessarily going to stick to plastic or anything. That's a non-porous. Crafting wise, no. Predominantly you'll be using with your card and paper. There's not really a card or paper that you can't really use them with. Keeping in mind, not a coated one, anything like a mirror card or something. So. Not in that way. No, there's nothing that would say, oh gosh, don't go and use them on such and such. Yeah.
Be adventurous. Give things a try. Like you say, what's the worst thing that can happen? If you're not quite sure if it's going to work or not, maybe just give it a go. And one final thing for now. Deborah says, I love Craig's accent. I would love to hear... No, sorry. So it just says, I love to hear him say baubles.
Baubles.
Yeah.
Baubles.
Why doesn't we say that differently?
Baubles.
Baubles.
And squirrel.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, and the other one the other day was when I was saying Mary. People
Yeah.
are saying it sounds like Mary.
Mary.
I was saying Merry Christmas, and there
Merry
was
Christmas.
everyone was thinking I was saying the name Mary.
You are, aren't you? Well, sorry, what? I don't understand what you're saying.
So I was saying Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
But everyone, including Joe, thought I was saying the name.
Oh, that's what I thought you would have said.
That was the issue the other day. No,
so how would you say she's a Merry Mary then?
She's a Mary Mary.
Oh, here we go. Johnny says, can you say wheelie bin?
I'm not a performing monkey, you know. Charlotte, please. Wheelie bin.
I like wheelie bin. Yeah. Wheelie bin. Wheelie, yeah. I like it.
Wheelie bin. Wheelie bin. Actually, it reminds me I put the wrong wheelie. Do you know what I'd done the other day? Do you know what I'd done the other day?
Yeah.
I thought, do you know what? I'm on top of it. I'm on top of this. So Tuesday night,
There we go.
Put the wheelie bin out. I'm going to be good. I put the wrong wheelie bin out. Guess what the neighbours done?
They followed you?
Followed me and put
Yeah.
the wrong wheelie bin out.
Yeah. That's a really bad thing to do.
Yeah. And Johnny, I do the same. I always look to see what the neighbours are doing.
Ah.
They've done the same as me. And yeah, put the wrong one out.
That is quite funny. We're lucky where we are, is that our bins are always out. So I never have to put them out because they're always out. So I never have to worry.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, I'll put the wrong one out. I get fused when we come up here to the house here because the bins here don't match up in my mind what they should match up to.
Well, I think that's where I've got confused. So we've got the blue lid wheelie bin.
Yeah.
Right, and I've got the green lid wheelie bin.
Yeah.
And then I've got a little green box, and that's for all your glass. So you would think if the green box is for recycling, for glass, you would have thought the green topped wheelie bin would be for your recycling.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not.
No.
It's for general waste.
Yeah.
The blue top wheelie bin is for recycling.
Yes.
So that's why I get confused. I think that's what's confused me the other day.
No, and that's what confused me up here because, as I say, down our way, the green bin is for your recycling.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not the one with the blue lid.
No.
And obviously, in our recycling down our way, you can put everything in, so all the glass goes in
Like
there.
that in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very, very confusing. But that was your wheelie bin news. And now you're up to date. You think we talk rubbish? We literally just did. Mary just saying Craig is funny when he says Mary, and Rebecca saying Craig, try saying Miri, Mary and Mary, but let's just look at the card first.
So there's the one that I've just done here, and then the one I done actually prepped it the other night. So the difference here is on the back what I've done is I used one of the pure silver, well I say pure, it's actual silver liquid pots. But so there's two different styles, and this one I've done a little bit more distressing than that one. This one I've done no distressing, this one, well, you've seen me live do what I've done.
Fantastic, and again combining lots of elements of items that we've got on the show for you. You got the By the Show water reactive ink pads and metallic liquid ink collection. You can get the stamps here as well. Literally take advantage of these deals. The Christmas tree stamps proving very popular. This proving awesomely popular as well. £70, $40 or $100 if you are a platinum member for the By the Show collection. Everyone saves $51.76 or $72.20, but if you're a platinum member, another 20% off. Basically, within this collection, you've got all of the ink pads that you can see there. So those are the colours. You've got Bordeaux, Chinese Red, Damson Wine, Grasshopper and Honey Pot, Jet Black, Lemon Tonic, Midnight, Pale Pig, Pine Tree, and your Pink Tulip, plus Sandstorm. And then on top of that, you've got all of your metallic liquid inks included as well, which are your tarnished silver. You've got your ancient bronze in there as well. Alongside that, you have got your burnished copper. You've got your aged copper in there too. You've also got You've also got your antique bronze, you've got your pewter, silver ingot, gold plate, green citrine and rose gold. Yes, I was reading that off my notes there. Thanks a lot for that, Charlotte. That's great. Just hang me out to dry there. That was great. That was great. It is quite late, isn't it? Yeah, it is quite late. Tell you what, I'm just going to go and have a word with Charlotte. Whilst I'm doing that, you have a look at this. Right.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Linda on Facebook just saying, this colouring show is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Can I just say how cool it's been for us wrestling fans having the crowds back? Amazing.
Yeah.
Having them live.
Yeah, I've been loving it. And also, how exciting is it having...
You can't see me.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me. Anyway, proving very popular on the show this evening. I love is the 3D the embossing folders and stencils. I just wanted to show you, this is not obviously the card which Craig made earlier on, but this is the kind of thing that you can create with this collection. It is absolutely gorgeous. I particularly like the candle that you've got in here too. We'll pop the details up on the screen for you in just a second of the bundle. But basically the kind of things that you can create right there. Now, let me show you all of the different sets that you're going to get. So you've got your 3D embossing folders and your stencils as well. So in each of these collections, there's your 3D embossing folder, but the stencils then almost take your 3D emboss to the next level because you can then layer over the top of these and really bring all of your projects, cards, images to life. You can use independently of each other should you wish to, but why would you? Because when you can combine the three, you can create some gorgeous, gorgeous effects. So poinsettia is in there. The candle which I've just shown you is also included. Once again, you've got your 3D embossing folder with your stencils. We've got some bells as well. Again, Christmas definitely, but of course use these all year round as well. There's lots of different ways to kind of use our Christmas goodies at different times of the year as well. This is my favourite, and actually I love the imagery that we've got from the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas collection, which we brought to you earlier on, and this again almost sort of stems from that collection as well, with Father Christmas flying over the top of the houses there. And again, how awesome is that going to look once you've used that 3D embossing folder and those 2 stencils to really bring it to life. There's the baubles, which Craig used in his demo a little bit earlier on, used some gorgeous colours to bring those to life. And then last but by no means least, we've got the snowflakes included in there as well. So it's a 3D embossing folder and 2 stencils in each of the smaller bundles, 6 in total, which gives you 18 elements. I think for £36 or $48, that is an absolute steal of a deal. It's double points. You can get 2 for £17 or $23 if you're wanting to kind of pick and choose, but go for them all. As I say, super low price, half price shipping as well for our US viewers, which is amazing. Double points if you're a Club Inspire member. Plenty of reasons to shop and grab those. I know loads of you bought them yesterday when we launched them, loads of you grabbing them again today, and I'm sure if you're still on the fence, loads more will be grabbing them in just a few moments time, because we are going to be looking at some more demos. Michelle just saying, Craig, the last card was lovely. And Debbie saying, I've just received a package from Crafter's Companion. Got my Tricolour Aqua pens. We have got 35 minutes to go. We've still got to do the demo of the show, the demo of the day. Put somebody on Sarah's nice list. And I'm sure you've got another demo up your sleeve by the looks of it.
I absolutely do indeed. We are going to be having a look at our 3D embossing folders again with the stencils, and I tell you what, we're going to be laying the smack down on this card in a moment or two.
Have you smell what the Craig is crafting?
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so. So what we can then do is, once again, predominantly just been using watercolour card for just because that's what I had at the side of me at home. But what I'm going to do here, you could be using your white smooth stamping card.
Yeah.
So therefore, we're going to go in now, base cut and plate and magnetic and plastic. Also to say as well, you can be using these ones in your Gemini MIDI, and if you are, you don't need anything. All that you need to do is put the card within the folder, and that's it. So there you go.
What's the plate combination there again?
Of the MIDI.
It doesn't matter what the plate combination is! Sorry, we'll stop the wrestling stuff now. We'll stop. We'll stop.
I fell for that hook, line and sinker.
Man. Oh, it's good to be with Craigie. I'm glad you're coming in tomorrow, because when I saw I was only doing 2 days, I thought, oh, there's no way he's going to be in Saturday as well. But he's coming in specially tomorrow, another launch day, hunky-dory. Mm-hmm. Oh, more fun and frolics.
No way that I would not be coming in for hunky-dory launch. But here we go. We've got the snowflakes here. So even then, goes to show onto white, looks spectacular. But we're not going to leave it there. What we're then going to do is we're going to go in with one of the stencils. And then once again, you do get your outline, but what I'm going to do is following the outline, but then using the little emboss detail to pop them over the top. So we can then match that up to the emboss. And you know, I won't explain it all again, but when I was saying at the start of the show about if you
Sorry, we're getting crafters now asking if we could do impressions. Crafty Becky has just said, can you do Ric Flair?
What now?
You may as well.
I need to stand back.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Woo! To be the man!
You gotta beat the man! Woo! Woo! There you go, Becky. Any more requests? Oh dear. We're available for birthdays, weddings, anniversaries. Oh dear. Bar mitzvahs, or whatever you want. Oh dear. Don't we have a laugh, eh? Don't we have a laugh?
Dear.
Do you know what I always find as well? It always seems to be on a Friday. In this show, more than anything, you can tell we've got the Friday feeling here. This evening, we've got the Friday feeling. It's true. It's true. Oh dear. Kathy says, no, don't say there's only 35 minutes to go. Stay for another 2 hours. Can you imagine what we'll be talking about in 2 hours' time? We've already chatted about wheelie bins tonight, hedgehogs, and now we're doing wrestling impressions. Along with what else are we chatting about?
Annika Rice.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. We've been singing all sorts as well. Oh dear, oh dear. Kim says, my dad was security at WWE, and you two are cracking me up with your excited announcer voices. Oh, Kim, you must have some stories. Craig wants tickets now as well, Kim. That's brilliant. And Charlene says, all right, time to move all of the sugary snacks from the set. We've been eating lots of the bananas and shrimps over the last few hours.
Scary thing is, I haven't.
Oh, have you not?
I've not had any.
Do you not have any of the other gummy sweets I left on the side? The old Haribo?
Haribo, no, I've not had any of them.
God, it's just natural excitement.
I did have a wham bar.
A what?
A wham bar.
A wham bar.
A wham bar.
Wham. There's a question coming in. I don't get this. Ben, are you going to ask Craig, says Melissa, about his office visit with Leanne? What's that all about then? You got in trouble, apparently. What?
Oh my gosh, please don't say that. The last person I want to be in trouble with is Leanne.
Oh.
What have I done?
Yeah, well, can you let us know, please? What is that all about? Because I don't know. I wasn't there. Joe doesn't know. And Craig, he's just turned... well, I've never seen him look so pale. He looks like he's seen a ghost. He does not want to be dragged into the court of Leanne. What's he done, please? What has he done? Why is he need to see Leanne?
Yeah,
let us know, please. That shut him up, isn't it?
Scared me now. What have I done? What have I done?
We'll find out in a minute. Don't you worry. Let us know if you're watching last night. We genuinely don't know what that is about. So. Anyway, are you on to your second stencil here?
So what I've done is I've gone in with one layer using Oasis. Now I did go and take the stencil off, but what I'm doing, I'm leaving that one on just now. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some accent highlights with the parakeet, still with that same stencil, but I'm going to do it just in certain areas. So let's go into these ones here. I'm going to cherry pick. I can do Batista.
Oh, we're still doing wrestling voices, are we? Okay. Welcome to Craft.
He doesn't say anything.
Huh?
He doesn't say anything. It's just, you know, when
it comes out. It does the machine gun thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to see that? John's just gone, yep. I think we ought to just do a bit more crafting for a few moments first. You know, then maybe...
We'll do this demo first.
Yeah, and then maybe towards the end of the show.
We can go out with an explosion. We just need to pretend that there's pyro behind me.
You got pie behind you?
Pyro.
Oh, a pyro. I was going to say, I'm sure I've never seen Batista with pie behind him. Apparently, you're in trouble. Patricia says she wanted to see everyone who had used products and not put them back properly. Miss Jack says the covers weren't on the pens right, and Andrea says from yesterday's show, Ben, because he hadn't put something back right, she has lots of people on her list.
Well, can I just say, if you know what I'm like, and I'm like Leanne on this, because actually, John, you can vouch for me. I'm very pernickety. I like things back in the proper way. I like things sorted. I like things organised. So I'm always really good, because I'm like Leanne. I'm the one. I'll come in and right, sort that and sort that. So, yeah. And yeah, I do, Johnny. I have my own crafting stuff as well. So.
Who was on earlier yesterday then? So Leanne was on with Joe at 7.
Yeah.
And you were
Jan.
on.
Wouldn't it have been Jan?
Wouldn't have been Jan though, would it?
Wouldn't it have been Jan? Jan's like me and Leanne.
Yeah. That's a mystery. Wonder who it could be. Sarah on Wednesday.
Debbie Robinson.
Debbie Robinson. This is like the great craft who done it, isn't it? Who done it? Who do you reckon it could be? Craig has his own stuff. Yeah, Jan has her own stuff. Sarah or Debbie potentially. I mean, I'm not pointing, the finger of blame at anyone, but John's just stood over there, hands on hips, and he's just gone. Oh dear.
Well, I've not had any message or anything like that from her today saying, excuse me, Craig, can you come and see me in the office and shut the door?
Oh.
You're fine. Craig, can you come into the office? That's fine, that's okay. When you hear the words, and shut the door.
That's bad news, is it?
That actually gives me shivers just
P45
thinking about it
time.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually genuinely has given me the shivers thinking that.
I've never seen you look scared, but genuinely, when I read that first message from whoever it was saying, who was it? Not Katie, who was it? Oh, Melissa. Have you asked Craig about going into Leanne's office? I've never seen you look so scared in all my life.
What have I done?
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah. Can't. Maybe I did forget to do something, but I'm going to say it's very unlikely.
Yeah, I would vouch for that. You're a well-behaved lad. I can't imagine you getting in trouble around here. John's just said he's very tidy. Very tidy. Cleans up after himself.
Which is ironic because my craft room at home is anything but untidy.
Yeah, but I think when you come in here, you kind of feel a sense of responsibility to be neat and to tidy up, because you don't want to be leaving mess all over the place because, John and the guys work hard, don't they? So you want to leave it as you found it.
That's it, exactly.
Which is probably not the best mantra when you're following certain people in here. John's just gone, Debbie Robinson again. I shall tell my TV wife what you've been saying about her.
I'm not getting involved in this.
No, I'm talking about John. Anyway, what are you up to, Craig?
So we went and started off with Oasis, using the same stencil to start with. We went back in with some parakeet, picked out some detail. Then what I'd done as well is I went in with some more metallic ink pad, and that was the silver that we want. Now, if you don't have the metallic ink pad, there's a couple of things that you could do. So you could either go over the top with our translucent clear ink pad and use a silver embossing powder. The other option is instead of using the silver, you could go over with one of our deep greys, either water reactive or the pigment, and then use clear embossing powder, and that will give you a silvery metallic look without actually using the silver metallic pigment ink pads. But there is our snowflake onto the background, and we've created that onto 5x7. So what we're going to do actually, do you know what? So that you can see, I have already created a box that's 7 inches by 9. Now I'm not going to assemble that box because I know we've not got long left and we'd like to do a few other things. So what I would do is let's bring in a ribbon. So I have already cut little V's at the corner, but what I would do is I would attach that here, and I did have my sentiment, and I could pop the sentiment down onto there. So that then, that could go, of course, onto a card, but then the one that I done last night is this little box. So once again, just very briefly, just so you guys all know exactly, it was 7 inches by 9 inches, and then what I done is I scored at 1 inch all the way around. So I've done that for the base, I've done that for the lid, and that's what gives me my 1 inch in depth. I've gone round with the blue cardstock from our 12x12 texture. So you can see there, I know you guys love seeing us assembling them, but I think you'd like to see another demo as well. So for the sake of assembling a box, that's what we've done. So there we go. Fantastic.
Alison just saying we were expecting a line outside Leanne's door today. Not heard about it, but as soon as we do hear, we'll let you know. Sue just saying, I love these shows. You're so funny, yet we learn a lot as well. And Laura on YouTube says, it's like a variety show. Crafting, singing, sports, and now a mystery. CTV has it all. Keep the comments coming because, as I say, we will pick one of you to win to get onto Sarah's nice list in just a little while. Right, we are going to take a short break here and give you opportunity to check out your baskets. You will miss nothing over the course of the next 2 minutes. So if you've had your eye on something, get it into your basket now, get it checked out. When we come back, more with Craig. Also, we will be doing the demo of the show, the demo of the day, and adding you potentially to Sarah's nice list. Have you been good enough? We'll find out in the next 25 minutes. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Have you checked out your baskets? All good. Loving the snowflakes, says Nona Lawton on YouTube. I love the box, says Rebecca. The colours are beautiful. And Patricia says, question for Ben. What is John's job over there? I mean, that is a question we ask ourselves most days, to be honest with you. What is his job? It was literally like one day we were all here and then he was just sort of like in the building. It's like, what? Who are you? And then he's just been here ever since.
In charge of us making sure that we do our job and there's no tomfoolery going on in the building.
Yeah, I mean, no horseplay, tomfoolery. Yeah, I mean, basically, he's like our backstage manager. He's in charge of all of that. You know, making sure that the good ship craft runs smoothly and that everything's there. He's always working hard. You will never ever catch him sat down, not doing work. He's always working hard 100% of the time. He's always very, very hard working in his job. Always hard working. Always hard work. Oh, I mean 99% of the time, he's very hard. Why have you got glasses? He doesn't normally wear glasses. He's just put those on to do the whole sort of, oh, you do wear them to read? Yeah. Oh, all right. He's just choosing what he's having later on from the pizza. Right, let's get back to crafting. John who said that? Gilmore said John's job is to be eye candy. Don't start on that now. Come on. They're coming now. Just choose your pizza and shut up. Right, the Christmas stamps. These are brilliant. Right, so we had these, but you haven't seen them since last October. So in my mind, right, these are new to me because I only joined here in September last year. I have not seen these before, and you loved these when we showed you these earlier on Wake Up Call. £20.95 or $29.81 is the platinum price. Double points, of course, don't forget as well. And in this collection, you're going to get 44 stamps. So you've got your Christmas robin there, super, super cute. You got your little sprig of berries, Merry Christmas, with love at Christmas and more. So there's your little robin. Craig did a lovely demo with that a little bit earlier on Wake Up Call if you want to go back and have a look at that. We've then got your gorgeous Season's Greetings, that lovely Christmas wreath which you can then decorate with more bows. You've got Season's Greetings and Merry and Bright, the sentiments within that collection. It is Father Christmas, and I love this one. It's kind of like your traditional Father Christmas. Checking his naughty and nice list. Have you been naughty or have you been nice? That is the question. But it's a lovely, lovely little set that you're going to get. Then on top of that, this one here is your Christmas blessings. So again, beautiful candles. You've got the Christmas bells in there as well. Christmas blessings and ring out the bells are your sentiments. Then we've got your Christmas tree and your baubles. Deck the halls and enjoy the wonders of the season. Next is your skating snowmen. I mean, come on, literally the cutest thing ever. I don't know if it's still over there, but Craig showed us a card a little bit earlier on where it looked like the snowmen were like skating down the hill. It was skiing down the hill, I should say. Really, really clever that card was done. But you got your skiing snowmen, so much fun and sending festive cheer. And then last but by no means least, it wouldn't be Christmas really, would it? Without a beautiful gingerbread house. And that one is called Sweet Christmas. It's mugs of cocoa. It is those gingerbread houses and gingerbread characters too. Happy Christmas to you. £20.95 or $29.18 is the deal for these. As I say, not been seen since October. That's why I think so many of you are jumping in and grabbing them. And I think we're going to have a little look at these with Craig right now. Which one are you going to go with, Craig? It was the robin you demoed earlier, wasn't it?
It was. So we've done the robin this morning. Actually, that one is here. So we've got a nice selection of different samples from Wake Up Call this morning, which we showed you the snowmen. And then look at this one. This is the one that we've done in Wake Up Call. So we used some of Sarah's 'Twas the Season papers, and it's also a couple of the dies, but we used the robin that you can see here. So there is the robin. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use the Deck the Halls, and we're going to do some colouring, painting with the water reactive. So fully focused now by using the ink pads to be colouring with. So I'm going to use our waterproof ink pad for this one being Noir Black. So we're going to go in and I'm going to give it a really good press so that we can get this Christmas tree. And there's something, I know this is going to sound daft, I know this, but there's something realistic about this one, despite the fact it's a sketchy tree. I don't know if it's the fact it's the baubles, you've got I know what I'm saying sounds daft, but I know what I'm trying to say as well. I'll just stop because I'm not making it.
No, come on. What are you trying to say? Let me help you out.
No, you're all right.
Go on.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go in with Grasshopper. Let's go in with Pale Fig.
Yep. And
let's go in with Damson Wine. And what I'm going to do is let's start with our Grasshopper first. Now what we can do, even though they're water reactive, showed you could use a paintbrush, you could use a water brush, or what about your clear sparkle overlay?
Love that idea,
so
yes.
We can make it all sparkly now.
That's come into play quite a few times today, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. It really, really has.
Craft room essential?
Definitely the overlay. 100% the overlay for sure. And you know, if you can't have sparkle at Christmas time, when can you? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sort of lay a base down. So I'm going to go in with the Grasshopper, and I'm not worrying about too much of depth or that with shading. What I'm doing is I'm going to go in and I'm laying an initial base down, and then what that will do, Ben, is that will dry relatively quickly. And the best way to build up shading and depth is to go in, lay a base, and instead of going straight over with some more dark colour, what to do is let it dry slightly. If I was to do what I've done there and then go straight in with some darker grasshopper, what will happen is because it's still wet, the ink will kind of expand out.
Okay.
So let it dry slightly, so that even now, what will happen is if I come back in, but with more of a darker shade, what happens is the darkness stays in place. It doesn't blend out, but then what I can then start to do is I can start to pull out the colour myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, adding in, and then every now and again I'm going to dab some excess colour off onto my glass mat so that I can blend them out.
And all these, the colours you're using now are included in the bundle, aren't they?
They are indeed.
We've got grasshopper, pale pig, and what's the other one you're using?
Damson wine?
Damson, yes. Sorry, Damson, yes. Yes. Yes, damson wine. Is it damson wine? Yes, damson wine. Yeah. Christmas time.
Mistletoe and wine.
Damson wine.
Children singing Christian rhyme.
With lights on the fire. How long have we got left?
You cannot have Christmas without good old
Christmas songs.
Christmas songs. Sorry, yeah, I go into colour in coma. I go in an absolute colour in coma.
Sorry, it was my fault because I stopped you in your flow when I asked you what
okay.
colours and I couldn't find the damson wine,
no,
even though you said damson wine about 5 times.
I was just about to say, you can't have Christmas tunes without good old Cliff Richard.
No, I agree. So glad I've ordered the stencils, says Jerry. These shows make my day, says Cynthia. And Kathy just saying, I love the snowman and the penguins from last year. Sue saying, I need to try using my ink pads for colouring. I usually just grab my markers. So there you go. More ideas, hints and tips which are inspiring people this evening, Craig.
Exactly, yeah. It just goes to show how you can be using your water reactive as a painting palette as well. So we're building up the colour, and this is what I mean by how versatile the water reactives are. And what I'm doing is, even so far, with our either our water brush from Spectrum Noir or whether it's a sparkle pen, because you've got the chamber here, although it says push, if I want some of the liquid to come out, it's lightly press. Very, very lightly press, so much so that you're not actually seeing much come out. If you actually press it, so that's actually answering a question from, who was that, Johnny? Kathy, you're saying that you're pressing too much or too hard, so it's going to then just actually come out onto our glass mat or anything like that. So if you do need any of your sparkle to come out, just lightly press, very, very lightly. But even then, what will happen as you use it, and even like the movement, because the chamber, the inbuilt chamber, that will majority of the time help that liquid just to flow through. So you shouldn't actually need to press it a lot as it is, but if you do, very, very lightly.
And just to say as well, the colour that we've got in this collection is pale fig. The reason I call it pale pig is because George, was it last weekend? Last Sunday, George had seen it for the first time and he genuinely thought it was called pale pig. And that's just really tickled me, so I've now got to stick with it. It's actually pale fig, but he thought it was a pale pig. And this is a good question, right? I don't know why my voice keeps going so high. This is a good question. So mixed media, right? Patricia says the show is entitled Mixed Media. What exactly is mixed media? Is that combining different types of colouring? It's combining different types of media, isn't it? I mean, mixed media could be as broad or as kind of narrow as you want it to be, right?
It is, yeah. I think what a lot of people get put off with when it comes to mixed media is you initially think that mixed media is your pastes, it is your canvases, it is your spritz and liquids, it's all these sorts of things. Mixed media is actually very, very simple terms, mixing mediums together. So, you might want to bring in water reactive ink and a sparkle clear overlay. Technically, it's mixed media.
Yeah.
You're mixing your mediums together. So please don't think as though it's mixed media is initially all about the elements I said a minute ago about your pastes and that.
Yeah.
It is about mixing mediums together. So that really is what your mixed media is about.
Okay. And I hate to hurry you along at this point, but we've got 9 minutes to do both show votes and find someone for the nice list. And Joanna's just said, antlers! I tell you what, producer Johnny tells me the chat on YouTube particularly tonight, most of you are going on the naughty list. Okay. From some of the comments which have been coming in. We know what you've been saying. We know what you've been saying. We read them all. We read them all. No, in all seriousness, thank you. We're glad that you're joining in with the fun and the laughter. And we absolutely love it that you're having as much fun as we are. As I say, it's always a Friday night. It seems to goes off the rails a little bit, doesn't it? Just a little bit.
Right, dear. What I'll do, Ben, is I'll finish with these bits. So I've gone in, actually, instead of using the pale fig, what I've done is I've used the damson wine and I've gone in with the parakeet, and I'm going in using them as a bauble. Now, of course, I would spend a lot more time on that one, but what we can do is we can show you how you can start to build up that colour. Even from up above, you can see how we start to get that shade in when it comes to all the branches within the tree. But what I would then do is, with the stars included, see what I mean by just building up the colour even more, still with the grasshopper, stamped out the stars and used some of our gold to colour. And then once again, I'll not assemble it all because we're running out of time. Glistening Snowflake collection. These baubles are out of the same stamp set, which is your Deck the Halls. Coloured them with the water reactive, crushed, it was actually crushed velvet for the baubles and the parakeet. Fussy cut them out, and we've built them up on that way there. How cool is that, by using your water reactive to colour with?
Love it. Absolutely brilliant. Some great demos on this show. We need to get our skates on here, right? So we need to do demo of the show, demo of the day, get someone on Sarah's nice list. So let us get Craig to line up all of his demos that he's done from this show, and we will literally give you a couple of minutes to get your vote in, and then we shall have to move on. So don't forget, just whilst he's getting ready to show us that, the Buy the Show collection is on the screen right now. So your water reactive ink pads and your metallic liquid ink pads included in that collection. 23 in total. You're going to get 13 of those ink pads, and you're also going to get 10 of your metallic liquid inks as well. £70.40, $100 on the nose if you are a platinum member. It has been a steal of a deal, that one. Loads of you going for it. Let's have a look at Craig's cards then, get this vote going as time is rapidly running out. Number them up for us, mister. What you got?
So we've done number 1 with the 3D embossing folder and stencils with the bauble. We then done number 2, that was with the Christmas stamps, and then of course our liquid inks. We then done number 3, again with the stencils, and then we done number 4 with the Christmas tree stamp there. All
right, 1, 2, 3 or 4. You've literally got 2 minutes to get your vote in for that. We'll come back as well and do the, I've got our winner for Sarah's nice list, which we'll do in just a second. Before that, let's just remind you of some of the most popular items on the show. If you just want the ink pads on their own, grasshopper, pale fig, your honey pot, your lemon tonic, your midnight, your Bordeaux, your pine tree and Chinese red, your pink tulip and damson wine, your sandstorm and your parakeet, your spring meadow and jet black included in that bundle. 13 in total, £40 or $56, all in the water reactives. Then you've got your 10-piece liquid ink collection included individually, I should say, as well. The colours in there you've got are your tarnished silver, ancient bronze, burnished copper, aged copper, your antique bronze, your pewter, silver ingot, gold plate, green citrine and your rose gold. $38.40 or $55.20 if you want to go for those individually as a platinum member. All double points if you want the 3D embossing folder collection and those stencils. Remember, it's a 3D embossing folder in each of those 6 designs with 2 stencils to go with them as well. £36 or $48. That, I think, has been by far the most popular product of the show. Very shortly behind that, the Christmas tree stamps. 8 there. Really clever, these stamps, in that style of the Christmas tree, with some beautiful verses built in into those stamps. $23.95 or $33.96 is the platinum price for those. And then those Christmas stamps that we've not seen since October, which Craig was just demoing with there, including the snowman and Father Christmas and all sorts included, is £20.95 or $29.18. I've literally just got the winner of the demo of the show. So let's get that sorted, and then we'll set the wheels in motion for the demo of the day. So the demo of the show is number 1, the baubles. So let's have a quick look at that. Whilst you're doing that one, I will very quickly grab the other 2 cards which we've had voted for as demos of the show through the day today. So that is the baubles.
Number 1.
Number
go.
Oh, okay. Number 1. Oh, hang on a minute. So is that number 1 in the vote now?
Okay.
Okay, so 1 for baubles. Number 2, if you want to vote for Craig's mini canvas from earlier on, that's from Sarah's signature collection. That's 2 for the canvas, or 3 if you want to vote for Sarah's card. So 1 for the baubles, 2 for the canvas, 3 for the card. Get voting. You've got 2 minutes to vote for your demo of the day. Whilst we're doing that, it's time to find out who's going to go on Sarah's nice list. Wow, I've never been so busy at the end of the show. So Sarah's nice list, right? Okay, I've got my winner, but before we get the winner, let's find out what you're going to win. It was an amazing prize earlier on. There's more amazing prizes in it. I tell you what, I can feel a bauble there, so I'll fish out the bauble. Oh, you are joking me! So it's prize number 17.
Okay.
And it is a £75 or $75 voucher. That's what the prize was earlier. Friday night, £75 or $75. Who's won it though? That's the question. I can tell you that going on to Sarah's nice list, Corinne Beeston, congratulations to you. You have got yourself that prize. Facebook, drawn off Facebook. Do you need the spelling or have you got it there, Craig?
So where are we? So 14, 50, so number 16.
Yep.
It's like wake up call, I have to go down.
Okay, so it's it was prize number 17.
Yep.
And it's K-U-R.
Yep.
I-N.
Yep.
And the surname is B-E-E.
B-E-E.
S.
Yep.
T-O-N.
T-O-N. That was Facebook, was it?
That was Facebook, and prize number 17.
Number 17.
£75 voucher.
Amazing.
Congratulations, you made it onto Sarah's nice list, Corinne. To claim your prize, make sure you send us an email. The email address, as always, is prizes@crafterscompanion.com, and we will get that prize out to you. Fantastic, this is brilliant. Oh, and we've got a winner for the demo of the day. What are we reckoning then? So 1 was the baubles, 2 was the canvas, 3 was Sarah's card. Corinne says, OMG, thank you. Corinne, you are welcome. Get in touch with us. I will tell you that number 3 is not the winner. So it's a Craig make. The winner is, and I'm surprised here, it's the baubles. The baubles are the winner.
So I won?
You've won, but I just... That's his Batista impression in case you wonder what
I am
doing.
shocked. I would have bet my bottom dollar, I would have bet all his millions of pay slips.
Yeah, show us your card that's won then.
The bauble.
Yeah. I mean, that's beautiful, come on.
Oh, that's
nice.
nice.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
But actually, do you know something? Do you know what's better?
Yeah.
Because it means then I can take the canvas home.
Yes.
I wanted it, so yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, that's fantastic. That one is going to go up onto our Walk of Fame. I'll give this one to Craig so he can take it home. What a show. I cannot believe where that 2 hours has gone. We have thoroughly enjoyed the day today, from the launch of the Twas the Night Before Christmas collection to Colour Me Happy. Tomorrow, what's coming up? I Hear You Cry. Well, we've got Play Your Crafts Right. It's myself going up against Debbie Fisher. I'll Name That Squiggle, I believe, is our game at midday UK time, 7 o'clock East Coast. 3 o'clock, launch day. What's coming up on launch day, Craigie boy?
We've got Hunky Dory Crafts launch day. We've got Hunky Dory's 2021 blockbuster. Plus we've got 3 additional collections. We've got brand new Doorable Scoreable. We've got brand new Mirror card, Mirror collection. We've got loads and loads and loads. That's with me and you tomorrow. We are going to do a Facebook Live 2 p.m. here
2 p.m.
9 a.m. Eastern time, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. That's before we go live. It's going to be a jolly, jolly good old day.
It certainly will be. You'll be a fool to miss it. We will see you back here tomorrow. Thank you to John, thank you to Charlotte, thank you to Johnny, thank you to you, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.